farm. Amy and I thought we'd bring you to the farm and give you a little tour of our spring work today. It's the first decent day we've had, so we're going to kind of show you all the steps of our pruning process. We're in the process of doing a pre-prune on our vines. These happen to be Cabernet. What we do is we have a Pruning machine. It's a French manufactured pre-pruner that we have out in the field, and he is now basically mowing off most of the cane so that when the crew comes through they don't have to remove so much material. See that thing with the pipe there?
Yeah.
There's a magnet in that, so every time it gets to a steel post, it senses that there's steel there and pulls it open so we don't cut off our steel post.
Nice. Hi.
So we're out here in the middle of the field, and we're involved in Gewürztraminer right now, and it's the first day in Gewürztraminer. And so what we're doing is we have these compressors and booms overhead, and each of our pruners has the opportunity to use pneumatic shears, so that takes a lot of the strain away from this job. And so even though that we've trimmed a lot of the wood away, there's still an awful lot of decision making that has to be made at this point. Now we're going to have to move this tractor forward, so Julio is going to move the tractor forward so we don't pull these hoses off the boom.
Sorry, dog.
There's 3 of these machines out here. Each one has 8 pruners attached to it, so we're doing 24 rows at a time, so it doesn't take very long to cover a lot of acres. After we finish the pruning, you know, there's quite a bit of work that needs to be done, you know, on some of the vines in order to make sure that they're firmly attached to the wire. And so what this crew is doing is they're coming through the vineyard and they're looking for renewals and for young vines, and we're going to train these, we call them cordon extensions, to the wire and secure them like that, so that eventually in 18-inch increments we cover the wire. So that's kind of what we're after here. I just like to take it and lay it up there, and then we'll put the tie on it. Today we're pruning these. This is a Vineyard block, and we're pruning this one out by hand because it doesn't have a whole lot of wood to take out. So we're doing this one by hand, and then when they're done they'll come back and tie what needs to be tied. So there's one that our crew doesn't have to approach this year. We've got probably about 40 or 50 acres up here on the J block, and we're doing it all by hand. Thank you for coming.